Good morning, world. This is the Life Motivation. We are the entrepreneurs from across the world. My name is Thomas Warden, and every entrepreneur face that you get to see and hear this morning are people that are coming here to get inspiration, love, knowledge, and if not, they share the love and knowledge just as well. Myself and Shannon and a few others in here come each day to give love and inspiration. Why do we do this? Because we have seen the shift that it has made within our life. We have seen the things it has been able to do for us to make us a better person, to have a better life, and to live in the realm of possibilities and not live in the realm of lack. We are the ones that inspire to do better within us, to live that life that most people wish they had. Because we, at one point, our bodies either broke down or our life needed to shift just a little because we didn't like the positions we were in with work. So we wanted something more. So what did we do? We dove in and found something more for us, things within our life that was going to make us happy on a day-to-day basis. So what did we do? We surrounded ourselves with people that had the knowledge. We surrounded ourselves with entrepreneurs, just like you see on this screen, that have done something more in that successful realm of building their business or building their life to a different level, are showing us a little bit more of what we can do to make ourselves a little bit better. So each day we get in here. Good morning, Miss Kim. Good morning, Miss Jenn, for joining in with us. We get in here each morning, each day, 365, because when we started this last year, everybody was doing those 30-day challenge to lose weight or 90-day challenge to get this in order or 90 days this or whatever. You've seen that all over Facebook. So when we started this Life Motivation, we wanted to do it 365 days, 7 days a week we are, and we have been, and we will not stop. And we're going to keep going because the inspiration and the words that we're getting back from people, the comments, the messages, things like that, people are saying, thank you. Thank you for bringing us these words. Thank you for bringing us, showing us a little bit something different of how we can do it within us. Waking up each day. I put a post out today. It said, same words that we say every single day right here for that gratitude. The gratitude of the life that we have, the roof over our head, the love that we have within our hearts, the blankets that kept us warm, the food in our bellies, the people that love us and surround us and nourish us. That is a gratitude that I say before I put my feet on the floor every morning. Then when I go to the mirror, of that power of I am in front of that mirror and I love you in front of that mirror, looking at me the whole time, giving me the positive words to know that I can go out there and I can live this life and do the things that I want to do on a day-to-day basis, to be able to go out into the world in our travels and be able to spread the message of love, be able to spread the message of the words of how you can do something more within your life, to be able to build businesses, multiple, if you'd like, to have multiple revenues, because for so long we've been programmed to work a job and come home, work 40 hours and then, work for 40 years and then retire and maybe get 40% of that retirement. But us as entrepreneurs, we've seen a different way. We've seen a different path that we could live to be able to bring in multiple revenues. And then that way, everything is flowing for us 24/7, because Warren Buffett said the best. If you want to be able to find something, you need to find something that's going to work for you while you sleep. Well, if you look at the faces on here, that's exactly what we did. We found multiple ways to have incomes and streams to be able to live our life like we want while we're sleeping or while we're playing or while we are enjoying life. And that is something that most people are like, there's no way y'all can do that. You need to be able to be at that job each day. You've got to get up every morning at 4 or 5 o'clock and you've got to drive to that job site. No, not anymore. There is different ways to be able to live life. And we as entrepreneurs have found that. We have getting up every day and we're living life for us now. But it all started with us giving gratitude, learning how to set the goals, to write down the plans of where we were going. Because all the years that I was working for someone else, that was something I was never trained to do. I was never trained to write down a plan, write down a goal of intentions of what I want within my life. I was always taught to get up, hit the alarm clock, put on them work boots and go to work. Be there before the gates close and you can't leave until the gates reopen. That was my life. I didn't want that anymore. So yes, there is more that you can do within you, within your life, to be able to shift that mindset, be able to shift that thought process. And it is a little rewiring that we talk about each day that you need to do to shift that life into that different realm, that different thinking, that different thought process of what you want for your life. Like I said, that power of that pen was the biggest part for most of us within here of learning how to write down those goals of what we truly want within our life. Through the life experiences, you already know what you don't want within your life. So that's not something you need to dwell on or talk about or give that story over and over and over again, because that story is what's hampering you and keeping you right there at that level of life that you're not elevating, because you keep telling that same story of lack of over and over. Now, why don't you start telling the story of where you want to go, the places you want to be, the people you want to meet, the businesses you want to build. The ideas that you have within your head are not crazy. Those ideas that you have in your head is what creates those businesses. That is what creates that next realm of you. Because that idea of you owning your own business, whether it's brick and mortar, online, or door to door, whatever you're doing, it doesn't matter as long as you're taking action to go for it. But if you're not taking action to go forward, then guess what? You're telling the same story of lack of over and over again, of why you don't have and why you can't go and do and why you can't do this, or why this, that, and the other. Oh, I don't have a vehicle. Good. You got 2 feet. Oh, and then if you say, well, I got a vehicle, good. Oh, I don't have the gas money. Go pick up some beer cans. I bet you can get some gas money. Why don't you go through the garage? I bet you can find some more money. Or why don't you clean out the house like Shannon's doing, because she's fixing to move and found a bunch of things that she did not need in her life no more. But I promise you could probably bring those somewhere or do a garage sale, and you got a little extra money. That'll put some gas in that tank. That'll get you going where you need to go. So make sure that you're moving forward and quit giving yourself the excuses of life. Because life is going to be there and throw excuses at you. You're going to throw excuses at it all day, because that's the mindset that you've grown up with from your parents or your grandparents or whoever raised you, the friends that you have been around all these years. Start listening to those conversations that they keep talking about. Is it talking of lack of still too? So then now you have 2 peas in a pod talking about lack of and telling each other the same story over and over again and the lack of. And guess what? We're going to sit down and have a barbecue and drink some beer and just talk about it some more. And guess what? We're not moving our life into a different direction. So I promise you, if one of you would move your life into a different direction, it might affect that other friend to want to do something more within theirs, if they're a true friend. But yet, if their mindset is so unwired of crap, then guess what? You're going to be in that same state. So look at the 5 people that you hang around. And if they're all negative, guess what? You're number 6 in that group. Because I promise you, you're going to join into those conversations. You're going to bash those people they're bashing. You're going to give out the bad words about things that are going on at work just as well as they do, instead of looking for the positive at work and looking at the positive energy that people have within them, the positive movement that could move your life into a different direction. Align yourself with the people that bring you up. Yes, Miss Jenn said that right there in the bottom. So aligning yourself with those that you can surround yourself with that are doing something more within their life. I love it. Miss Jenn, go ahead. I see you got your hand up.
Yeah, that was such a good point, Thomas. And it's so true. And one of the things that helps when you're trying to figure out people that align in your life is, like you said, right? You want to hang around with those people that are bringing you up and not hating on you and bringing you down, and pay attention to those instincts. That's what I find. If you're ever talking to someone and you feel like you're being pulled a certain way, or they're trying to influence you, or they're trying to inflict their negativity on you, those are all red flags and warning signs, right? So super critical to pay attention. And you can pretty much custom design your friend base as you go along, which is really cool. And you're right. You always want to hang out with people on a higher frequency or on a higher level. That's also going to help push you to that higher level, because when you're hanging around with people that have results you want and hanging around with people that bring you up, then you're only naturally going to go up as well.
Amen. Can I get it? Amen, guys. Raise your hand. Say yes. Awesomeness. You know why I learned all this stuff, guys? I've been working on this in my life for so long. I started way back in the day. And a lot of people thought I was crazy when I was talking positivity and talking positive energy and positive life and doing something more with my life. That's the way I traveled or the places that I went, all before I even got into this online world. But yet then when I connected with Miss Jenn and seeing the positive energy that she had and seeing the uplifting that she had, guess what? It only inspired me more to do more within my life. So I contacted to find out more what was going on. How could I do it? How could I bring myself into that realm of building a business and be an entrepreneur, not have to work for the oil and gas industry and get laid off anymore, not having to chase construction jobs? How can I do that? So that's what I did. I understood the vibration. So when she had it, and then I was able to grasp to that as well to see what she had, then it was like, wow, because this is so much fun. The energy, the people that she was surrounding herself with on the higher plane at that time frame, and then got to go and drive up to Canada and meet those people as well. And then guess what? My life is never going to stop vibrating at that higher frequency and that higher level ever again. I'm not coming back down to those conversations of the lack of stories anymore. Because when people bring those lack of stories to me, I promise you I'll turn it around real quick on positive energies, the positive outlook, and the things that you could do with more. You know, me and Julio met a guy in a parking lot this weekend, a young man going to college. What is he going to college for? Business. Awesome. What kind of business do you want to do, build? Do you have a plan written out? Do you know exactly what you want to do? How you can get things strummed up so you can get some extra business rolling in for free, things like that. And the guy was sitting there with a deer in the headlight look like, oh my God, this guy's got so much crap in his head and I can't understand half of what he's saying, this, that, and the other. And then, but it just flowed out because I thought he knew business and was ready for business, but yet he is still green and wet behind the ears. He didn't have a plan. Knew what he wanted to do. I want to do a detail shop. Awesome. Got your bucket. You're going to AutoZone. You're setting up some free car washes. What are you doing? He wasn't doing any of that. But yet I threw some information out at him that made him shift his mindset just a little bit. Julio jumped into the conversation. And guess what? Before you know it, the guy is mind blown. Give me your number. Taking down numbers. Cool. So now him and Julio are in communication. And now they're communicating more and more. So that's somebody else in a whole. He's from Chicago. A guy in Dallas. So guess what? Now that is more connections for people across the world that we meet, that we shift lives every day. That's the best part of bringing a positive outlook to a conversation, to make people rethink their program and not writing down their goal. Why not? Write down that goal. Know where you want to go. Write down that plan on the direction you want to go within life. It's good to see you, Brother Julio. It's an awesome morning. We're talking about positive energies, vibrations, frequencies, and moving ourselves in those elevations, never sitting black, always having that thought process of high. It is a great day. He drove all night to get from Dallas back to Chicago. He is still up and looks a little perky this morning, so I guess he got a little bit of sleep on the way home last night. Just a little, yes. But we're in here every day, guys. We give y'all this love. We give y'all this information. We give y'all a kickstart to how you can start living your day with a positive energy and that positive step and that positive vibration and that positive outlook every day. Because it's the words that you give to you. It's the words that you grasp to in a conversation that you can hear their negativity, but yet you have a positive word to throw right back out at it. And then it makes them think just a little bit different on the way they presented that story. Because his story wasn't bad, but yet he had no direction. But that little bitty direction that he got from us within a 10 to 15 minute conversation is now going to have him thinking of how he can go out there and get his detail business actually up and rolling. To be able to move in that next realm of doing the physical part now, not just talking about it. Because we can talk about something we want within life all the time. And we'll talk until we're blue in the face of something what we want. Then I'm going to ask you that one question. Are you taking action? And because if you can say it, but if you're not taking action to make it happen, then it's just a story.
It's that key question you ask, Thomas. You ask us all the time. What do you want? What do you want to do with your life? What do you want to do with your time? What do you want to do with your future? People are mind blown by a very simple question. Thomas, well, I ask myself that question in situations and circumstances, and I've shared with you a lot of times is your voice in the background echoing, giving me that voice. Hey, what do you want to do in this situation, Julio? Our lives are, this life is ours for the taking, but what do we want to do with it? That's the reality. That's the question. What do you want to do with your life? How do you get there? You posed that. The kid had a deer in a headlight face, like, huh? What? He didn't know what to do. He was baffled. Thomas just gave him his whole business plan. Thomas gave the kid an entire business plan, and the kid stood there dumbfounded, like, huh? What? And Thomas goes, and I didn't have to charge you for it. He goes, you just got all of that for free, young man.
Because the one question that I did ask him, I did ask him, you haven't learned any of this to be able to put out your business through business school, through college that you're paying for right now? No, sir. I said it takes a simple business card, a simple flyer, simple get off your behind and get out there and just, go to AutoZone, hook up a water hose with a bucket. You can buy $20 worth of soap inside. They'll let you use their water all day. And then you put up some signs, say free car wash or $5 car wash, something simple. Simple little things that you can do within your life. It's fun, But yeah, we laid out a whole business plan for him right there so he could actually get moving into a whole different direction and not just with the college. Because I told him you can have both of them going at the same time. You can go to college to learn your business a little bit better to move you into a better business realm. Or you can come connect with this man right here. And then that way he will show you a different realm of getting business and life out there to the world.
Thomas, can we elaborate a little bit on the alignment of this weekend?
No.
All right. So everything, guys. Even on our way home, me and Roxy started to reflect. Thomas, after me and you parted ways. All right, guys. So we're going to have to summarize this for time's sake and, the morning. But to give you guys some decent dialect, I went out to Dallas on business. Of course, Thomas did. Great encounters, great experiences, personal, business, pleasure, all of the above. We had great experiences. But everything was in perfect synchronization. Everything was in alignment. Everything down to the minute detail. It was astounding. Okay. And Thomas, I'll blow your mind because Thomas, you already know all of these things that I'm about to share, but I'll blow Thomas's mind a little bit further because after me and Thomas parted ways, I got further confirmation of things. So I'll share about that shortly. Of course, the date that happened this weekend, we started talking about numerology the other day, the synchronization of numbers. How the synchronization of numbers ended up coming about with Carol. Just everything, that you shared with us the other day, Thomas. Relationships, conversations, the fact that it happened this weekend. My son didn't get to go. Guys, the gentleman's name who we ended up bumping into had my son's exact name, Jaden. And then I asked the kid, how did he spell the name? It was just so many freaky things this weekend that it's like, it was perfect alignment, and I used to tell Thomas, this stuff is weird, man, and he's like, dude, just receive. He used to tell me, he still tells me, he's like, just receive, man. He goes, get out the way and let that flow move. Let it move on you. Let it move through you. Let it move around you. Just get out the way and flow with it. Right when it says exactly behind him, the ripple movement. He goes, you're going to get into a flow in life, and you're going to be mind blown by it. And sure enough, guys, it's sweeping me off my damn feet every second. I pay attention every second that I'm in flow. So, it was just really, really, really weird. Roxana, the majority of her event had to do, with World Ventures and all of this stuff, her business thing. So, we weren't really a part of that. And we were just enjoying ourselves socially, enhancing each other, kind of masterminding, bouncing ideas, having great conversation. The weekend was just a beautiful weekend. We went out, handled some business, had great conversations, encounters, everything. Okay. So come to find out, a nephew I haven't spoken with in the last 5 years or so. I know he's kind of just been to and from different cities, but I know he's been in Texas for a while, but I wasn't sure what city he was in. So he texts me and he's like, hey, I seen some of your stuff on Facebook. Looks like you're in Dallas. How come you haven't come and see me? I didn't even know you were out here. He's like, send me your address. We'll meet up. Guys, I kid you not. I sent him the address. My nephew started freaking the hell out. He's like, Theo, you're on the next block. I said, what? He goes, you're a block away from me. I go, what do you mean? No. He's like, I don't really have a vehicle, so I was gonna try to find transportation in order to get to you. Literally on the next block. Boom. So had an awesome time with my nephew, spent some great quality time with him. I'm able to impart into him, pray over him. We had great conversation, able to catch up, kind of see where he's at in his life. Hey man, give God glory. His life is on the upside, and at that, God used myself as well as Mr. Warden and Carol to be a blessing to him, to really impart some fruitfulness and conversation restore some things, just enjoy some great company. There was some restoration there. I could just see him fellowship. He needed that. Okay, Thomas, after me and you parted ways. Now, even when we went out to dinner, I didn't even look up what the number 2525 means, but like just weird. Just so many things were in alignment this weekend, like I said, guys, okay? So I take my nephew out after we part ways. I take Roxana to her event. I take my nephew out to breakfast. He has this really, really serious face. You know, he's excited to go out to breakfast with me or whatever. And I'm like, what's wrong? He goes, it's just really, really, he's like, I don't think it's ironic. I don't think it's a coincidence. You know, I just want to show you how God works. And I'm like, hey, you know, I'm a believer. I see him move all the time. He's like, no, but watch this. He goes, so, you know, so it was completely, he's like, I was mind blown by the fact that we were so close to each other. We were able to meet up. We were able to have a good time and all of that stuff. He goes, and then this morning, he smokes. So he bought a pack of cigarettes. And the normal 3 brands that he buys, like his go-tos, weren't available. The only brand that was available was the kind that his grandfather used to smoke from way back in the day. And I'm like, you need to stop smoking cigarettes. I'm like, why are you telling me the story? Okay, you bought a pack of cigarettes. Well, he goes, no, listen. I said, okay. So, you know, he smoked his whatever, woke up in the morning, gets a text. It says that his grandfather passed away. So he's sitting there, and he's like, I really needed you to be here. I really need you to be here, Uncle. He goes, you know, I don't have anybody. You know, his dad's not really in his life. Other family members are not really, they're kind of MIA. His mom's out here in Chicago, so there's distance between them. You know, he's just like how everything aligned this weekend. He goes, I needed this weekend. I needed some time alone. I needed somebody who I trusted, who I loved, who was comforting. You know, he was going through something. So just to be around the atmosphere, be around this circle, you know, me, Thomas, and Carol for a small moment in time, it was a blessing to him. We were able to pour out to him and just give him a different outlook. You know, he was listening to us mastermind, like, you guys are like thinking like freaking the world. You guys are like plotting against the, you know, like not against, but like plotting plans of, you know, greatness across the world. He's like, you guys are thinking of all kinds of stuff my brain hasn't even thought about and fathom. He's like, I love being around you guys. He shared this, you know, but he's just like, I really needed somebody to be there. He goes, I thought it was weird that I ended up getting those pack of cigarettes last night. And I thought, hey, these are the only kind my grandfather smoked. And then he gets a text in the morning telling, hey, your grandfather passed away. You know, and then literally moments after that, I had called him and said, hey, what are you doing? You know, he's like, oh, I just got up. And he sounded emotional when I called him. I'm like, hey, let's go to breakfast. You know, so perfect timing. I mean, perfect timing. The conversations, that everything. I mean, it was just I don't believe in coincidences at all. I'm a firm believer that in every little detail, it all happens with the purpose. It all happens for a reason. Like, even when it comes to the dates of how this weekend came about, like it was planned months ago. You know, I didn't expect to go on this. I was kind of assisting, you know, my fiance and something that she wanted to do. And then I ended up being in alignment with that, and then just everything just started to flow, and I had an opportunity to take advantage of an event that was in Dallas too, and then of course being able to meet up with Thomas. I mean, everything was just perfect synchronization, guys. And I tell you all of this long drawn out story to tell you, you know, that when you begin to align yourself, when you begin to see the beauty, when you begin to see the potential within yourself, when you begin to truly align yourself day in and day out and motivate yourself and encourage yourself, start your day off with I love you. Start your day off with gratitude. You start your day off with affirmations over yourself and who you aspire to be, who you want to be. You know, hey, I don't feel my affirmations. That's okay. Speak them over yourself anyways. Because there's life and there's death with this thing right here called the tongue. We have a very, very powerful weapon. And it's not just a weapon, guys, but it is a tool, okay? And if we use it rightly, if we use it righteously, it can catapult our existence. It can catapult us into co-creating something greater for ourselves. It can catapult our lives, catapult our situations, our circumstances, catapult situations that are in your life that are dead and make them come to life. by you speaking life into existence, by you aligning yourself up with something beautiful, whatever that is. I don't know what to tell. I don't know what your personal beliefs are. I don't know what your personal experiences are. But if you're testing the atmosphere for a second, let's just keep it real. If you're testing your days, okay, if you're paying attention to the story in your life, not my life, never mind Julio's life. My life is getting in order. I'm talking about you. Okay, ma'am, sir, person watching this on YouTube, person watching it live, whatever. Okay, the moment you begin to align yourself with life, beautiful things start to happen. The puzzle pieces start to form together. You know, you begin to see purpose in your life. You begin to see purpose beyond the purpose you thought that you even had. You know, talk about the bigger picture. You know, this world is a lot bigger than me. It's a lot bigger than you. It's a lot bigger than Thomas, than Jen, than Shannon, than Carol, than Patty, than Scott, than anybody that's on here. And what about what we're doing here in the morning? That positive injection, that switching, that altering of the mentality, you know, of the frame of thinking, you know, getting your heart, your mind, your body, and your spirit, you know, to a place of elevation, to a place of achieving, to a place of increase. You know, oh my gosh, man. It's just a beautiful thing, guys. It's a beautiful thing when you make a decision, you know, to make a change for you. When you make a choice and a decision to step out for you, when you make a choice to step outside of your comfort zone, when you decide that I'm going to dig down deep and I'm going to, you know, take life by the horns and be intentional in how I live and live out with purpose, beautiful things begin to happen, guys. I can't quite describe everything that I'm going through and everything that I've experienced in the last couple of weeks and the last year of my life and the last 2-3 years of my life. And growing and transitioning. And part of my story, I mean, if you've been watching me back for any amount of time, Thomas will tell you, you know, I had to build up in order to get to where I'm at right now. You know, I had to align myself with some things. I had to practice some disciplines within me in order to get to where I am today. And I'm still gaining ground. And I still haven't arrived yet, okay? But when you begin to see the potential, when you begin to align, when you begin to practice gratitude, oh my gosh, some beautiful things begin to happen in your life, ladies and gentlemen. You know, but it's about you doing it. I can't do the heavy lifting. Mr. Warden can't do the heavy lifting in your life, man. You got to do it for you, man. Faith without works is dead. God helps those who help themselves. So help yourself, man. Make a change. The opportunities today, tomorrow's not promised, man. You know, take life by the horns and say, I'm going to live this to the fullest. Love you guys, man.
Power, stories, the things that we're going through. And like you said, we're receiving. Once you step out of your way, you'll start receiving some of the information. You'll start seeing some of the different things that are happening around you that the universe is bringing and towards you and around you. I have one question. How many of you take a canoe and then paddle upstream? So you paddle upstream, Donovan. So your life has been going through stress and heartache. And so I'm in this life. When is it going to get fun? I'm telling you that canoe, turn it around and let it flow down the river. Enjoy the current flowing you. And all you have to do is guide the boat. Put that oar in just a little bit to turn that around that boulder that's in your way, to move yourself around it and keep on flowing. I had no stressful of paddling. All I had to do is guide my life. Julio is guiding his life. Every one of you in here is guiding your life. You're flowing down that river of life to have fun in everything that you're doing on a day-to-day basis. Because if you're not waking up with a smile and having fun, then you're exerting too much energy trying to make shit happen. You don't have to make it happen. All you have to get up and do is say, thank you for what I have today. Let me rock this day out. Yesterday's gone. I can't deal with that no more. Tomorrow's not here yet, so let me deal with where I'm at. And that time-space reality is called now. Right now is what my watch says. It's not broken. It doesn't have any second hands or moving hands at all. It just says now. So I don't have to be at a certain place at a certain time. When I show up where I'm at, I know I'm there at the right time. Yes, if it is a meeting, guess what? I know I'm 15 minutes early every day. Because no one will be waiting on me. If I have to go somewhere to do something, I'm the one that's there early because no one will be waiting on me. Because my energy, my flow is already there because I know what I need to do to be able to bring inspiration and love back to the world. For me and Julio to be in Dallas, to be at an Enagic event that someone here in San Antonio drove 4 hours to Dallas to host, And then Julio drove 14 hours to do something with his lady. I went with my lady to do something for her. And then yet we were able to go in a line to do something bigger within our life, to get more knowledge, to get more inspiration, to be able to do the go live that she actually used from you. Actually, as also, I want to let you know that, Julio. She utilized your go live for putting it out there in the different places that she puts out stuff. So just a little bit of videoing that he did right there for that lady. Guess what? He could turn into a video man. Hey, you want to travel around with me and do nothing but videos? Miss Shannon does editing, so I don't need editor. I just need somebody to take the videos. That's a job in itself right there. So if I would have brought my camera and set up my tripod like I usually do, then I would have been able to video that entire event. Then I could have turned it around and sent it to Shannon, and now it's edited through her, through a few little spots taken out here and there, and then boom, now that lady would have an awesome video that Shannon got a little bit of monetary funds off of because she wants her editing, or she utilizes me for videoing, and I got a little bit of money. So win-win when you can start to do different things that you already do on a day-to-day basis. Because when I got into this organization, they said, what is your passion? What do you like to do for life? I got a camera that I carry everywhere with me, 35 millimeter Canon, everywhere. Carol got me a tripod a couple years ago for Father's Day, and then, got the nice bag to carry my equipment with, this, that, and the other, the extra batteries. So I took my passion and I turned it into a business, photography. So things that I have taken pictures of across this world, people now contact me and say, hey, I want that negative. Can I purchase that picture from you? Yes, you can. Here's the price. Hey, it's a business. It's something right there. We're moving, we're shaking, we're always doing something. We're thinking outside the box of different things that we could do. If you're someone that, goes to the gym all the time and you work out and you have or do yoga or this, that, and the other, become a yoga instructor. Become a physical trainer, a personal physical trainer at that, to where you go to their house, because there's many people like me that don't like to go to the gym. But what would I do? I would pay a trainer to come to my house if I was really into that. That's where I would be. So there's different things that is always able to make monetary funds and live your life with, guys. But it all starts with the gratitude and flowing with the energies, flowing with the vibrations that are around you every day on the positive level. Because many people have flowed in that negative state for too long within life. We don't have to anymore. You will know and understand by coming in here and hanging out with us just for a little period of time that positive energy and gratitude and love within ourselves is what is going to flow us into that next level, next elevation of life. Hands down. So Miss Jenn, I see you got your hand up.
Yeah, it was a really powerful story, Julio. It was good.
Yes.
Caitlin mentioned to me about
Breaking in and out, Jenn.
and what you're putting out there, right? Things shouldn't come hard. Things shouldn't be hard. You know what I mean? When you're aligned properly, just like Julio said, things come a lot easier, and you actually end up doing less work when you're more aligned with your goals, because it's literally it feeds you. And I can tell you, how many times do we wake up and think, oh, we got to grind, and Julio, love that word, grind. We got to do that stuff, right? But we don't. It's all about alignment. And then one of the things, I'm sure you guys can all relate. Julio mentioned it with his grandpa and smokes, right? You're going to have all these circle stories, and you probably have circle stories in your life right now where something comes up. You don't think too much of it, and then later on, it comes back to you maybe a couple of years later, and you look at it and you're like, wow, that was the intention of this. That was the intention of that. So yeah, pay really close attention to that stuff, because it's super powerful, super awesome. I don't know if Donovan had something to say. I thought he was trying to jump in too.
I just wanted to say good morning, guys, and everything. And yeah, that paddling up the river thing, that's my little workout. You know what I mean? That was what I was getting. That's my workout, because you know what? That's my free time to get my workout in. Because guess what? I did that little workout there, and then I turned that baby around and just relax and let it flow down the river. Because that's where you gotta be at. You gotta be able to flow, like you said. So awesome stuff, guys. Love you all. I got a rickety rocket here. So we'll talk to you guys later. Have an awesome day. Do epic things. I'll see you tomorrow.
I had to learn what I had to learn what you were referencing. It's one thing to hear it, another thing to see it and experience it, Jen. And you're absolutely right. When you're in alignment, you don't have to grind because it flows so freaking well. Grind is such a hard word that I describe sometimes, but it's because I'm used to grinding. Then how I describe it. Yeah, but
that's your whole life. You've been
Yeah.
grinding for your family. You've been grinding at your job because people are brought up that way and taught that way. But as you find out, just like you did this weekend, when you're in alignment, people just come to you. Things happen for you. It's quite an incredible thing.
Agreed.
Sometimes you just got to step back and look at your life and assess it and do nothing sometimes. You know, instead of doing action because you think that's what you need, you just need to assess it and see where you're at, see what makes you happy, see what you really, truly want. We don't know what tomorrow brings. Yesterday, we lost somebody at a tender age of 28, right? We don't know what tomorrow brings. So got to make the best of it. It's our duty to make the best of it. Why are we wasting our life?
Wasting the life with negativity, going into the darkness and just letting it overtake when you are the power, you are the light. Bring that power, bring that light to the forefront for everybody to see. Bring your happiness. And just know that the partner that you are with, they're not there to make you happy. They're there to co-create with you and enjoy your life flow. You have to put yourself in that happy state first. They have to put themselves into a happy state. And then you can co-create and mingle and flow together. You know, the weekend for me and Julio and me and Carol and Roxy, all of us together, that was a flow that we talked about, like you said, months ago. And then where we was at in the time frame for Carol to be in San Marcos for her training, which only put us a little bit of distance away from Dallas. So it was like, why not? You know, so we took the, weekend. Yes, we could have came right back home after her event on Friday, but it was like, why? He drove all the way from Chicago. We're only 5 hours away. He drove 14 hours. Why wouldn't we? You know, because that's just who we are. You know, most people would be like, oh, hell no, we're just going, we got to go back home. No, the dogs were taken care of. Her mom's here at our house. So we knew that our animals, our fur babies were good. So all we had to do was just go and enjoy. And that's what we did this entire week. We enjoyed the entire flow of her going to the classes and then us going, to San Antonio to meet some friends down there that are high up in the organizations and to meet new members as new people as well. Old friends for her, new for me, but yet that flow that we had all weekend was just nothing but smiles, nothing but happiness. The energy that her and I put off together when we're out and about. A lot of people just like, wow, how do y'all do it? Well, we wake up each day and we flow within us first. We flow within our happiness first. And then as our day goes, we co-create together and we flow with this life. And the happiness and the energy that we bring when we're together, I can't wait till the day that we're actually up on stage and she's not scared to get up there with me.
Thomas, can I read something for you? I just looked up. Awesome. I want to share with you guys. It's an alignment. Give me 1 second. All right. So angelic number 2525 says the number 2525 brings together the attributes and the vibrations of both the number 2 and the number 5 appearing twice, amplifying their influences and energies. The number 2 resonates with service to others, diplomacy and compromise, balance, flexibility, adaptability, duality, support, encouragement, and kindness. Number 2 also relates to faith and trust and serving your life purpose and your soul's mission. Number 5 brings personal freedom and individuality, major life changes, making positive choices and decisions, curiosity and adventure, adaptability, versatility, life lessons learned through experiences, and resourcefulness. The angelic number 2525 suggests that it is time to make positive changes in your life and let go of old ways of doing and being that are no longer positively serving you. Release old doubts, fears, and persevere past obstacles and look forward to wonderful new opportunities and adventures. And keep in mind that everything happens for a reason and nothing happens by chance. Even though the reasons for the changes may not be clear at this point, trust that all will fall into place for you. These changes have come about so that you can break free of old restraints and constraints and freely pursue your soul's mission and your soul's purpose as a spiritual being. Woo! If that ain't powerful, if that ain't in alignment with our entire weekend, Thomas, I don't know what the hell is.
Now, what he's talking about on the 25-25, the last dinner, last supper we're going to have together, we went and broke bread. The restaurant that was chosen, he wanted a big fat steak. So we went to Texas Roadhouse. So he got a Texas steak while he said, I'm in Texas, I want a big fat steak. Cool. So the restaurant that was chosen was Texas Roadhouse. And then when we drive up, I look up on the top corner of the building. The address to the location was 25-25. That's where that's why he keeps bringing up 25-25, because
we were also having a conversation of alignment just before we noticed the numbers, guys. Okay, there's some we had conversations on the way driving back home, guys. Just freakiness as like the Holy Spirit is in the car with us, revealing himself, saying, I'm right here with you. Hello, pay attention. Crazy, okay? Crazy. Me and Roxana having awesome conversation in the car, okay, in reference to faith, in reference to business, in reference to personal strength, affirmations, positivity, everything that I've been telling her, Thomas, for the last freaking year and a half, almost 2 years now. Everything that all those good, fruitful conversations that we've had, Jen, Thomas, some of you guys who I've been 100% transparent with you guys, and me bringing stuff to the forefront for her, it all clicked this weekend. Each and every aspect of that. And she described it the way I just read it off to you and describing the numbers of 25-25. She described it almost in that manner to the T. That's why I was like, guys, I have to read something for you. We're in the car and she's talking about purpose. We're in the car and she's talking about this. All these things. And then I'm not big into the horoscope, guys, and to zodiac signs. I'm really not. I'm not. I believe in the Holy Spirit. I just believe in I'm going to go as the Spirit leads me, not as somebody's trying to portray over my life. Now, I'll receive something. If it's in alignment, it's good. I'll receive it. But other stuff, I'm like, that's dumb. That's foolish. Whatever. But she read that off. We're in the car, and I was kind of taken back because both hers and mine dealt and spoke exactly more or less what I just read to you guys. And allowing that flow, getting out of your own way, living life with purpose, living life with intent, getting out of your own way. And at the same time, exactly what Jen just said a second ago also, that was part of my horoscope. That was part of what I just read. It's kind of like that concept of, hey, Jesus, take the wheel. I'm going to just lift, I'm going to get my hands up in the air, or the term grind. Tired of grinding. This weekend, I didn't have to grind. Everything came to me. Everything was in flow. Everything was in alignment. There was no grinding needed. I didn't have to grind this weekend, guys, because everything else just came, and it was in perfect flow.
Perfect. Miss Jenn, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to talk about the steak thing because that sounds delicious, guys. And talk about manifesting what you want to eat. So I just had a quick example of that. Patty, who, not Patty on here, but other Patty, when she was in Kelowna visiting me, I was like, I'm new to Kelowna. I don't actually know very many of the restaurants. Like, what are you looking to eat? And she was like, you know what I'm really looking for? I'm really looking for a keg. And I don't know where the keg is in Kelowna. Like, I don't know. I live on the other side, right? And so right when we left the parking lot, guess what we saw? The keg. So sometimes you just got to go and place your order in the universe and hope that it'll align. And we were both like, whoa, creepy. We need to go there now. We can't go anywhere else. We saw it. That's what you wanted. Let's go. And we broke bread, just like you guys broke bread, had an amazing night of conversation, and established a friendship for life. Like, it was incredible.
Yes. Friendships for life. the people that you surround yourself with that inspire you, love you, nourish you, and, you know, not trying to tell you how to live your life, but just flow with you. Those right there, that's the friendships you want. That's the conversations you want. Guys, it has been an awesome morning. A lot of information, a lot of stuff that you can take into your life and start grasping a little of it to get yourself in that flow of life, that alignment that you've been looking for so long. It all starts with releasing the negative thoughts, releasing the negative words to yourself, releasing the things that aren't fruitful to your life. You have to sit down and say, you know what? I do not want this in my life no more. I will never speak it again. I will move on and never have this conversation of doubt within myself ever again. So Miss Shannon is going to throw out some affirmations this morning. Power affirmation words to yourself every day when you start your day is very key, essential to move yourself into a better realm of life. Once you start giving yourself some better words, some positive words, some good things that you want to flow with it. Is it hard to write affirmations? No. Is it hard to pray? No. All you have to do is speak like we're speaking on here today and start writing down the things that are flowing through you already, that you have set aside and put up too many walls up before, saying, you know what, I don't need the. What you need to do is let that creative mind and that creative heart and connect with that source energy, and then let the words flow out as you write on the power of that pen for the things that you desire in your life, the places that you want to go within your life. If it's a material thing that you want, then guess what? You may have to go out and do a little bit of work to pay for those things. But it's okay. That physical body is made to do something. But your creative side within life, do not hamper it. Write it down, because it might be that one idea that you have that could change your life or the entire world. One idea. Because the person who built this Facebook, I love him. The person that built this Zoom, I love them. The person that is working on my power lines today, I love them. The people that are showing up in here each morning, I love and appreciate every one of you. Why? Because y'all are moving my life into a better direction. Knowing that the things that we're doing here every day with the life motivation is doing nothing but increasing others around the world to have a better thought process. Keep up the good works, guys. Keep up everything that you're doing to move your life in a place of happiness. Because if you're not happy and you don't have a smile on your face, evaluate and move yourself into that happiness. Why are you not happy? Why are you just disappointed in this area right now? Figure it out. Move into that next realm of happiness. What you need to do to put a smile back on your face. I love and appreciate you all. Miss Shannon, wrap us up.
Morning, everybody. Doing something a little different today. It's called the Garden of Positivity. Imagine this. Imagine your mind like a garden and your thoughts are the seeds. You get to choose what seeds you plant in it. You can plant seeds of positivity, love, and abundance, or you can plant seeds of negativity, fear, and lack. You can also spend time trying to take care of everyone else's garden, or you can work on making yours beautiful and attract other beautiful people to your garden.
Beautiful. Plant the seeds of greatness within your life. Plant the seeds of happiness and love within your life. Watch them flow, because I lived with the seeds of negative for so long within mine, and it got me nowhere. My garden started to flourish once I started putting the correct words into my own life. I'm not asking you have to do this. I'm not telling anybody in here that you have to do this. All I'm saying is it has shifted my life, and most of the people that you see on this screen right here, it has shifted their life just as well. By just giving their words to themselves. That's it. Words to yourself is power. We love and appreciate you all. We will see y'all tomorrow.